When I was young, I thought the world would open its arms the moment I declared my dreams. I thought talent was enough, potential was enough, wanting something badly was enough. But life doesn't bow to desire. It bows to discipline, to persistence, to the kind of quiet work no one sees and no one praises. And if you want to get whatever you want in this life, the first lesson is this: learn to be comfortable in the silence. Learn to be steady when no one claps for you. Learn to walk forward even when the whole world looks past you as if you're invisible. People think greatness is loud, but the truth is it begins in the quiet places. It begins in the hours when you sit with your own doubts, your own fears, your own failures, and you don't quit. It begins when the gym is empty, when the lights are low, when your body is tired, and your mind whispers that no one cares. Because most times, no one does. You have to accept that. You have to accept that the world will not applaud your beginning. They will only show up when the victory is already shining. Until then, it's just you, your breath, and the weight of your own expectations. I learned early that the silence can break you if you let it. It can make you feel like you are not enough, like your dream is foolish, like your effort is meaningless. But the silence can also build you. It can shape you into someone who doesn't need validation to stay committed. Someone who can take the pressure, the loneliness, the long stretches of being ignored and turn them into fuel. When no one believes in you, you learn to believe in yourself with a different kind of fire. A fire that doesn't depend on applause, that doesn't rise and fall with opinions. If you want whatever you want, you must understand that the journey will not be fair. People with less talent will get ahead of you. People with more connections will be praised before you. People who haven't sacrificed half of what you have will still get opportunities you prayed for. And you cannot let that shake you. You cannot compare your path to theirs. You cannot waste your energy counting what someone else has. Your job is to show up. Your job is to stay consistent. Your job is to walk through life with a kind of discipline that makes luck irrelevant. And when the world stays silent, you do not stop. You grow. There comes a moment in every journey when the silence turns into something heavier than quiet. It becomes doubt. It becomes pressure. It becomes the weight of time passing, while your dream feels like it's standing still. I've lived through that season, and I can tell you, it tests every part of who you are. You wake up questioning whether your work is leading anywhere, whether your sacrifices mean anything at all. You wonder why the door won't open for you, why the people you once counted on don't even look your way anymore. But this is where the real growth begins, because pressure is not your enemy. Pressure is the classroom where strength is built. Discipline is not just doing the work when you feel motivated. Discipline is doing the work when your spirit is tired, when your heart feels heavy, when your confidence is cracked. It's choosing to stand tall in moments when you feel small. And trust me, I've felt small. I've felt overlooked, underestimated, dismissed without a second glance. The world expects you to crumble quietly, but resilience is refusing to disappear. Resilience is waking up the next day and saying, I'm still here. I'm still trying. I'm still fighting for what I believe in. When no one is watching, that is when your character is being formed. Anyone can perform under bright lights, Anyone can show strength when the crowd is cheering. But who are you when the room is empty? Who are you when your only companion is your own self-doubt? That is the version of you that will determine your future. If you can stay committed through loneliness, if you can stay disciplined through discouragement, if you can keep your head steady while the world ignores you, then understand this. You are already becoming the person who will get whatever you want. And there's something else I learned in the quiet seasons. The world may not acknowledge your struggle, but it will always see your results. People will pretend your wins came out of nowhere. They'll say you were lucky, that things magically fell into place. They'll never mention the hours you poured into your craft, the nights you wrestled with your fears, the mornings you forced yourself to rise when your mind begged for rest. But the truth doesn't need their validation. The truth lives in your resilience. It lives in the repetition, the discipline, the willingness to show up again and again without applause. That consistency becomes your power, and power like that cannot be taken away. There will come a day when the silence that once felt painful becomes the very thing that made you unstoppable. You will look back and realize that every ignored message, every unanswered call, every moment you felt alone was shaping you into someone who doesn't need permission to rise. You will understand that the loneliness you hated was actually teaching you self-reliance, sharpening your instincts, building a depth inside you that comfort could never create. Because the truth is, you cannot get whatever you want by being soft. You get it by becoming someone who refuses to break, someone who refuses to let the world decide their worth. People will try to measure you by your past, by your mistakes, by the moments you stumbled. Let them. They don't know the strength it took for you to keep going. They don't know the nights you held yourself together. They don't know the pressure you carried without yelling for help. The world is quick to judge, but slow to understand. That's why you cannot build your future on their opinions. You build it on your discipline, your resilience, your refusal to quit. You build it by waking up every day and doing the work that others avoid, the work that demands patience, courage, and belief long before results appear. There is a version of you waiting on the other side of all this struggle, a stronger version, a wiser version, a version that knows how to walk through storms without trembling. You don't meet that version by wishing for an easier life. You meet it by embracing the hard days, by accepting the silence, by learning to breathe through the pressure instead of running from it. Every great dream demands a price, and the price is always paid in private long before the world ever sees the victory. So if you want to get whatever you want, remember this. No one can stop you if you refuse to stop yourself. Not the people who doubted you, not the ones who forgot you, not the ones who looked past you as if you were nothing. They don't decide your destiny. You do. Your consistency decides it. Your mindset decides it. Your patience decides it. Your willingness to endure decides it. You are not defined by who believed in you. You are defined by who you became when no one did. Build in silence. Work through the loneliness. Hold your vision tighter than the doubt that tries to bury it. And when the world finally turns its head and sees you standing tall, they will call it success. But you will know the truth. You didn't just get whatever you wanted. You earned it, piece by piece, in the dark, long before the light ever found you.